Leonard. He is now the Bitcoin Pastor Leonard. Well, at least in my phone, he's Bitcoin Pastor Leonard. But this is something that really, when I talked to him today, this morning, it drove me to understand why we as a company are so driven to make sure this works, ladies and gentlemen. And in literally, just a few minutes, we have so many people from around the world joining us. Like I told everybody, we have 500 seats, guys. So we tell everybody around the world, everybody's welcome on our trainings, on our presentations, because at the end of the day, one thing's going to happen, guys. This thing is going to explode in over 200 countries, and many of you are the first 300, 400, 500 people in the system. Those are the ones that obviously are going to benefit the most from the vision that my business partner Ray Fulmer and I have. And actually, let me see if Ray's available so you can say some kind words. Where is Mr. Raymond? There he is. Let me unmute him. Let me see. I guess he's self-muted. He's probably in a Ray, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. You want to tell people of planet Earth some words about Bitfundza?
Well, I'm excited. I'm real excited. We started at about 10 o'clock this morning. We opened it up, and this thing's literally flying. I'm really excited, especially for what Max is doing tonight with Pastor Leonard. I met Pastor Leonard probably, I'm going to say maybe 6 months ago or so, maybe a little bit longer than that. And when I heard the story about his church, I was kind of excited to bring him into Bitfundza, because I think we can help him with his church. So I mean, obviously we want him to tell you the story, but things are going really well. The logic is working perfectly. Again, like I think I said this the other night, thank you all for sticking around. Max and I, our goal is to keep this thing going for 30 years or more if we can. So we had to make sure that this was right at the start. So now everything's finally working the way it's supposed to. And I'm really excited. I mean, we've had a ton of people join today. I just talked to somebody out of California not too long ago that's literally bringing in over 300 people from just one of their groups alone. So everything looks good. I'm excited, and thank you guys for all being here. Go ahead, Max.
Thank you, Ray. Let me just mute you out, and before we get started, guys, everybody on the webinar right now, it's funny because, Ray said something, and I forgot to mention this. We have people from all over the world joining right now, guys. Just today alone, we had people out of India, out of Sweden, Germany, Mexico, Argentina, the United States. The list goes on, and that's just today. So for those of you that got in early, obviously the benefit is twofold, right? You get to have massive amounts of people coming into your organizations because you get to tell the story first. So that's very powerful, but let me see if Pastor Leonard is online. Let me see, Pastor Leonard. There he is. Let me see if I can unmute him, just make sure. Pastor Leonard, you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, my brother. So let me introduce you. Let me get everything ready, and then I'll bring you out so that you can kindly tell your story, and obviously so you can tell people the power of when the Lord puts people in your life, how powerful that can be. So let me just get everything started. I'll give you a proper introduction because you deserve that. You're an amazing man, a man of faith, a man of the Lord, and I'm very excited to be working with you and helping you in your journey to obviously enlighten others. So let me just mute you out, Pastor, and then I'll bring you right back out.
Okay.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So in the chat box, before we get started, I want to just make sure that everybody can see the screen and everybody can hear the audio. Somebody in the chat box, in the chat room, just give me a heads up. Hell yeah. What's up, Miss Elena? See and hear fine. Y for Dennis. I guess that means yes, or yellow. Hector James, yes, okay, perfect. Well, let's get this party started because I want you to understand what is about to happen. Where's the chat box? Normally it's in your backyard, James, in the backyard. Hello, Reverend Sheila. How are you, Miss Sheila? We've got another Reverend. Sheila V. I like it. So, guys, obviously, if you help churches, the masses will follow. And ultimately, like I told you at the beginning, many of you know me very well. Many of you know my passion for helping others, but this is something so special and so powerful. It's going to change literally many of your financial futures, because you are starting to realize when you help others and you take the eyes off yourself, the Lord opens up doors that you could only imagine before. So let me just get this started, because I want to bring out Pastor Leonard. I want you to hear his story. So let's see. Let me just get everything ready. Okay, let me start this. I'm going to record it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this rocket ship has left the building. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on short notice. My name is Max Garza III. I'll be your presenter and your host today. My business partner, Ray Fulmer's online too. He just gave you some words of wisdom, encouragement. But we are so excited to have each and every one of you on our webinar today, because we have a special guest. We have a man that is so amazing in his daily virtues, guys. He's a man of God. And the story you're about to hear is going to make you realize, when you have this much faith and this much love in your heart, anything is possible. But let me just give you a little background on Pastor Leonard, because he's an amazing man. So Leonard Martin began his professional career in 1979 when he joined the U.S. Army Military Police Corps. Now, Leonard not only had the privilege to serve his country, but also serve his government when he was assigned to the White House security during the Ronald Reagan office as president. Now, Pastor Leonard retired after 27 years of law enforcement service as a captain in 2005. In 2006, Leonard began pastoring the Love Center Church along with his beautiful wife, Sheila. Pastor has been pastoring for 12 years. He currently serves the community, helping underprivileged kids in the areas of education and financial literacy, as well as spiritual growth. Now, one of the things I want you to realize, guys, you're going to hear a phenomenal story, almost like a phoenix rising out of the ashes. Because the church, I want you to know a little more background about his church, and he'll tell you a lot more about it right here, just in a few seconds. But the Love Center has been in existence since 1945. They are a pillar in the community, providing kids with a safe haven away from violence and gangs. In 2011, a disturbed young man set fire to their church, and they have not been able to rebuild the church since 2011, ladies and gentlemen. But that's about to change in 2017, because we are going to use Bitfundza to change the world. I promise you that. But without further ado, now that I've given him a proper justice, because he deserves that, let me bring out Mr. Pastor Leonard so you can hear it directly from him, guys. All right, Pastor Leonard, are you there? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you, Maxwell.
All right, well, take away. This is your 10 minutes or 5 minutes of fame, Pastor Leonard. I have introduced you. I mean, I try to introduce you and make you sound like gold, because you really are that, but I want people to hear your story. Go ahead, Pastor.
Hey, I really thank you for that, Max. I remember at the State Department one day, getting to meet Muhammad Ali. I thought I had my 5 minutes of fame then, but after giving my life to Christ, that's the old famous. Thank you, Max, and hello to my friend Raymond and to the Bitfundza family. I want to thank God for this privilege and this honor to speak to you tonight. Yes, true, I began my police career in 1979 when we joined the U.S. Military Police Corps. And we had the privilege to serve our country and also our government during the Ronald Reagan presidency there. And I say that because serving is so important. And Max, I just appreciate your passion, your excitement, your vigor to serve people who don't have a way, who don't have a channel, or maybe in a position like my church is, done all that they can do, but they're just falling short on fundraising and building their dream. And in 2011, a young man stepped into our church and disturbed in his heart and in his spirit. And he set fire to our church. And as a congregation, we stood there and watched our church burn. And as I was standing there, looking at the flames coming through the roof, I didn't see what a lot of other people saw. I saw an opportunity, even as I saw my church burning to the ground. But in the days to follow, the Lord began to deal with me about this young man. And as everybody was kind of getting ready to nail him to the cross and send him away to prison forever, God began to deal with me about, wouldn't this be the ultimate time to show forgiveness? And I went to the State's Attorney and talked to him and asked him not to give this young man the book, not to throw the book at him. And I faced ridicule and a lot of kickback from even some of the members in the church, but I knew that's what God wanted me to do. And they did not crucify the young man. They went easy on him. And I believe that by me following what the Lord was trying to get me to do, that I'll be able to use that testimony to help others who don't want to forgive when someone has really done something horrible to them. But I'll be able to share that because I really lived that. And I'm grateful and thankful for it. And so thank you, Max, for allowing me this time to share about what happened to us. There are many people on the call tonight. They have a story maybe similar or maybe even more horrible. So we just want to rally together as a Bitfundza family and help each other fundraise and do whatever we can to meet our goals. So thank you. Love you all. Back to you, Matt.
Amen, Pastor Leonard. Thank you very much for that testimony. Hey, Pastor, real quick, give us the address to your church, because one day many of us are going to make a pilgrimage out there to give you a big hug and see all the good you're doing with young kids in your community and those that are obviously are a little bit disturbed, right? They're just a little bit lost, but they'll find their way. Give us that address, Pastor.
Yes, it's 150 10th Street, Apalachicola, Florida. That's the great city of Apalachicola, Florida. Yes, sir.
The reason why I want y'all to hear that, guys, is because Ray and I stand by what we say. Obviously, many of you know us very well, and some of you don't, but that's okay. But you can ask Pastor Leonard. I talked to him this morning, and I said, no matter what my schedule has, I'm going to do a webinar today to make sure that people realize the power of what Bitfundza and Bitcoin can do for 501c3 nonprofits, right? Especially churches, youth groups. There's so much good that we can do in our communities, guys, and this is just the beginning. So what I'm going to do right now, ladies and gentlemen, is many of you are new to this. Many of you are seeing this for the very first time. So I'm going to give you a presentation of who our company is, what we do, our vision. But more than anything, the currency that we really have is not Bitcoin, guys. It's the dreams and the passion and the desire of our ecosystem. Because without you, nothing is possible, ladies and gentlemen. Without you, we can't penetrate over 200 countries here in the next couple of days. So in reality, I'm very thankful for you, not the other way around, because I'm thankful for people like Pastor Leonard that obviously are going to help talk to others about Bitfundza for decades to come. Literally, there will be stories written about us because we all came together as a big family to help one another with Bitcoin, and obviously with a burning passion. Like literally, people tell me, hey, Max, why are you so motivated? And I said, you know what? Motivation is just a word. I have desire. I have a burning desire to help others because I've seen so many companies come in take people's money and run. This is one of the main reasons, guys, that Bitfundza is a decentralized peer-to-peer Bitcoin donation site. Because Ray and I didn't want to take anybody's money, right? Like, we don't want our company holding money as a central focal point. We want you to have the power. Another beautiful thing about our platform, ladies and gentlemen, is we don't charge an admin fee. Many companies out there charge you because obviously Ray and I have costs for servers, IT, support, infrastructure. But look, we make plenty of money. And at the end of the day, we want you to be a success story, right? So what I'm going to do right now, guys, is every time we do a Bitfundza webinar or a presentation or a training, I always give you a cryptocurrency roundup. The reason why I do that is I want you to start getting very familiar with some of the terms we'll be speaking about, some of the core competency that you will be learning over the next couple weeks, next couple months. Now that our system is very secure and very stable, now we can start getting into what we're really, really good at and passionate about, and that's cryptocurrency. So on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, this is the coinmarketcap.com website. Basically, guys, here you can see all the top digital currencies that are being bought and sold around the world at any given moment. Right now, guys, if you look at your screen, and let me just make sure, hold on before I keep going, because we got some new people that just got on. Guys, can you see the screen? We have a lot of new people that we have about 37 people just joined. Everybody see the screen? Let's see. And if you're having difficulty with sound, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you do one thing. If you've got a Wi-Fi router, unplug the power, give it about 10 seconds, plug it back in, you'll get a strong connection. But let me just see, Dennis Gibson said yes, perfect, boom, okay, so sure can. All right, let me keep going. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so everybody can hear and see, perfect. So on your screen, guys, at any given time right now, there's over 1,100 digital currencies being bought and sold around the world. Remember, many of us have been on these webinars over the last couple of months, last couple of years. I still remember when there was only about 3 to 5 digital currencies, and now we're over 1,000, guys. The market cap has dropped from 165 billion to 124 billion. Obviously, there's a lot of FUD right now, FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And normally it's created by who? Central banks. When the VP of Chase Manhattan comes in and calls Bitcoin a Ponzi scheme, you know that they don't know anything about Bitcoin or blockchain technology, especially because they're getting in trouble right now with the European Union because they went behind everybody's back and bought up billions upon billions of dollars in Bitcoin and alternative coins, guys. So when banks talk, don't listen to banks. Banks, look, your tax dollars went to bail them out. They're supposed to be smarter than you, right? But you're bailing them out with your tax dollars. Now, what I want you to see, guys, is over the last 24 hours, almost $3 billion in Bitcoin and alternative coins have traded hands. And the Bitcoin dominance right now is at 48.1%, almost 50% of the market cap. But what's really important about that, back when we first started these presentations in early 2015, late 2014, Bitcoin had a dominance of 95%, ladies and gentlemen. So slowly but surely, there's a lot of very interesting technology coming out that's going to allow you to change not only your family's financial future for years to come, but many, many people around the world. So let's talk about the alpha in the market, which is Bitcoin, the one technology that started it all. Right now, guys, it's almost at a $60 billion market cap. Bitcoin is being bought and sold at $3,606.63. For me, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm in this long term, I'm not a day trader, I'm not a margin trader. Those guys get ulcers and they get gray hair real fast. I don't want to get gray hair, so I'm not a day trader, right? I am in this long term. And the beautiful thing about Bitcoin right now is because it had a sharp retracement, a big pullback. It's like if I had a time machine, right? And I got in that time machine because, as many of you recall, Bitcoin was pushing $5,000 just a few weeks ago, right? So for me, this is a beautiful time. I mean, literally, I'm getting Bitcoin at a huge discount, and I'm buying up everybody's fear and volatility. Now, the volume over the last 24 hours is $1.1 billion. And what you got to remember, guys, is Bitcoin is like the alpha predator on the market. Everybody wants Bitcoin because at the end of the day, what you're going to realize, guys, is Bitcoin is going to smash to $10,000 very soon. Probably by the end of this year, Bitcoin will be worth about $7,500. And starting next year, you'll probably see Bitcoin at 10, 12, maybe $15,000. Now, obviously, some of you may be asking, how do you know? Well, for those of you that have been following our webinars, I've told you when Bitcoin was going to smash $1,000 last year, right, at the end of December, and it did it. When it was at 600, I told y'all when it would break 1,000. I told you when it'd break 2,000. I told you when it'd break 3,000. In fact, you can even ask Raymond Fulmer. At one point when Bitcoin was at $2,000, I told him, don't sell it. If you're going to sell your Bitcoin, you know, sell it for $3,500. At the time, he thought it was ludicrous, right? But a few weeks later, guess what happened? He sold his Bitcoin for $3,500. So I don't know about you guys, but if you're going to be selling Bitcoin or any alternative coins, you want to maximize the amount of money that you can get for your digital currency. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you this, because it is still in its infancy. When you see this price right here, $3,606, it is still cheap, because imagine the day 2, 3, 5, 10 years from now when Bitcoin's $250,000 a Bitcoin, and you were buying it at 3,600, guys. That's when you'll be like, man, I am so glad I joined Bitfundza, and I started really learning more about Bitcoin, blockchain, and alternative coins. Now, when we talk about alternative coins, guys, let's talk about Ethereum, because Ethereum is a smart contract-based technology. As you know, many companies right now are doing pre-ICO and ICOs. That ICO just stands for initial coin offerings. But they're using what's called an ERC20 token. It's a very, very flexible and powerful technology. But their coin, the Ether coin, right now is being bought and sold at $262.57. Guys, I still remember buying Ether at $2, and now it's skyrocketed to almost $400 at one point. But their market cap's at about almost $25 billion. And ladies and gentlemen, you're going to start seeing Ethereum skyrocket to $1,000 here in the next couple of months, next couple of years, because there are so many companies right now that are doing crowd sales with ERC20 tokens. So the value in that is obviously, guess what? People have to buy those tokens with Ether. So this is why sometimes it's a bit overinflated, like overinflated, right? But at the end of the day, you get to take massive advantage of that volatility. So let's move down. So now we look at Bitcoin Cash, ladies and gentlemen, and obviously Bitcoin Cash is a fork of Bitcoin. Their market cap's at $6.8 billion right now, being bought and sold at $410 per Bitcoin Cash. Now, Ripple is something that we will learn a lot about here in the very near future, guys, because I want you to benefit massively from my knowledge in cryptocurrency. I've got publicly traded companies that come to me to do their trainings for their members and many of their brokers. But Ripple, guys, is something that has gone through so much adversity, and it literally right now is about to skyrocket. And the reason being, guys, Ripple is going to help commercial banks with remittance. Now, remittance is just a fancy word for sending money around the world. And because Wells Fargo is never going to use Chase Manhattan's software, and Chase Manhattan's never going to use Credit Suisse's software, Ripple, because it's been around for so long and so many amazing developers have made it to where right now, as we speak, Japan has set up payment rail systems with Thailand, right? And Ripple is literally showing people how remittance can become faster, more efficient, more secure. But guess what? Many of us saw Ripple way before it was even worth a penny, guys, just like Bitcoin in 2009, right? Many of us missed out on that. We missed out on buying Bitcoin at a penny, 5 cents, 10 cents. Well, guess what? Many of these digital technologies that are very valuable to ecosystems, not just banks, right? Because look, banks have made money off the backs of us for decades, right? Centuries. And now we're going to flip that script on them. We're going to make money on the backs of banks for decades to come. Guys, I'm talking about a long-term play here. In the next 5 or 10 years, Ripple, because it's very deflationary, right? And because it gets burned, it is going to be highly valuable in the next 5 to 10 years. So when you see that it's being bought and sold at 17 cents, guys, there's going to come a point when Ripple's going to be worth $100, $1,000, $1,500 in the next 5, 10 years, and you're seeing it at 17 cents. Now, the market cap right now is at $6.6 billion. And what I will tell you, ladies and gentlemen, is think about this. In 2008, when the housing crisis occurred and banks were literally just giving out mortgages to anybody that could sign a contract, right? We knew things were going to change. Lehman Brothers went bankrupt. The housing crisis was occurring. Banks, you had to bail them out. Your tax dollars had to bail out banks. But guess what's happening now? Digital currency is going to create, it's going to flip that script and allow you to create generational wealth. And so this is why I tell everybody it is so valuable to get educated on what's happening, because not many people know there's a gold rush occurring right underneath their noses. So now when we talk about Dash, guys, Dash is a very interesting technology because they have instant payments and also anonymity, a lot of anonymity, and people love anonymity because they don't like their information all over the place. But they're at a $2.6 billion market cap, and right now they are steadily moving up at $344.31 per Dash coin. Now, as many of you know, I love Litecoin. Charlie Lee, my man, you're doing a great job. But they're at $2.5 billion in market cap. And again, it's like a time machine for me because I am eating up Litecoin left and right. $47.57. Just a few weeks ago, guys, it was about to break $100, and pretty soon it will break $100. So imagine for those of us that are getting into Litecoin big time, just think about, we're going to double our money when it hits $100 for many of us, right? Because we're seeing it, it's highly undervalued. Now, Litecoin, because they activated a Lightning network, guys, it's super fast. You can do micro payments, nano payments. In the future, if you're an artist, let's say you have music, right? You're a songwriter. If you want people to tip you for watching a video or listening to your song, literally you can use Litecoin for that, and it's super fast and super cheap. So just like I tell everybody, we'll give you some advice, right? This is not investment advice. This is just telling you where we're putting our money, because at the end of the day, we've been doing this for over 5 years, and we've done really well in these markets. Now, at number 7, we have NEM at a $1.8 billion market cap. It's being bought and sold at about 20 cents. At number 8, the Internet of Things, guys, IOTA, at $1.395 billion and being bought and sold at 50 cents. And it's not per IOTA token, guys. They take I think it's called a million, and they package these IOTA tokens and give them to you for 50 cents. Now, IOTA is very interesting because many of you right now are on smartphones, right? And everything's going to be connected in the future. Smart coffee makers, smart garage doors, smart everything, right? You might have a robot in your house, we don't know, but much of that will be connected by the infrastructure of IOTA. At number 9, we have Monero at a $1.3 billion market cap, being bought and sold at $87.71. Another technology that's really big on anonymity, and these coins like Dash and Monero, guys, they're going to be in high demand in the future because many people don't like having all their information out of the internet, right? And at number 10, rounding up number 10, guys, we have Ethereum Classic at $974 million in market cap, and $10.17 is what it's being bought and sold at. So that's the top 10 for today, guys, Friday, September 22nd, 2017. Now, what I want to do, ladies and gentlemen, is I want to show you our website. So for many of you, obviously you're already registered with Bitfundza, but what we want you to do when this webinar is done, we want you to get back to the person that invited you to this webinar. Make sure you go to their link and click on sign up. So when you click on sign up, guys, you're gonna get a very, very simple registration page, and literally you'll just go down, put your username, email, password, make sure you confirm it. Make sure you write all your information down, guys. I recommend that you buy a paper notebook, and in that notebook, put all your details down. Think of that notebook like your $10 million notebook, because many of you are going to build Bitcoin residually for months, for years to come, ladies and gentlemen. And this is only one of 5 programs we have coming out. We already released a distribution to start work on our Litecoin program, so that will be out here in the next few weeks. But literally, guys, write all this stuff down: first name, last name, what country you're from, phone number, security question, and security answer. Obviously, if you're James Bohm, your favorite food, he put security question, favorite food, and he probably put beer, because that's James. That's what James does. So on this site, guys, also we do have a video that you can watch. It's pretty short, to the point. Let me just scroll down so you can see it. Watch that when you have time, ladies and gentlemen. You can basically look through our website. It shows you all kinds of good stuff. But one of the things I do want you to do, guys, is when we're done with this, I want you to click on how it works. I'm going to go over everything with you tonight, but I want you to get so educated about this that you literally light your hair on fire, and people will come from miles around to watch you burn. And what I mean by that, you'll be so motivated to help people. It's gonna engulf your life, and it's a beautiful thing. So let's get into the actual presentation because I want to show you what Bitfundza is all about tonight. So let me just get started. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bitfundza VIP launch for 2017. We're going to show you how to raise money for your cause, no matter what that cause is, and help people achieve their dreams in 2017. Guys, this is your time to shine. Ray, Fulmer, and myself did this so that many of you can win. It doesn't matter what your situation is now. It doesn't matter what your situation was in the past. That's a book that's already written. Your future starts today with Bitfundza, guys. You are going to create generational wealth, not just for you, but your children, your children's children. You're going to be able to help churches. You're going to be able to help kids organizations. You're going to be able to help whoever, whenever you want, guys, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. So what is Bitcoin? Let's talk about this because obviously some of you are new to this, and I want you to be really educated. Like paper money and gold before it, Bitcoin is a currency that allows parties to exchange value. Unlike its predecessors, Bitcoin is digital and decentralized. For the first time in history, people can exchange value without intermediaries like banks, right? Which translates to greater control of funds and lower fees. So now, when did major merchants start accepting Bitcoin, you may ask? Guys, I got started at a high level with Bitcoin in 2012. I read the white paper in 2008. I thought it was phenomenal. I just didn't get it. I thought it was nerd money, Dungeons and Dragons money. Didn't have a clue because there weren't people like us teaching people back then, right? Everybody kept the information to themselves. But what I will tell you is in 2012, when we started looking at Bitcoin, companies like WordPress, Etsy, 4chan were taking Bitcoin. 2013 was a very powerful year for us because Overstock.com came in and said, hey, we're going to start taking Bitcoin. Cheapair.com, OkCupid, Reddit, Pizza for Coins, Shopify. 2014, guys, was a boom for us. We made so much money in Bitcoin in 2014, and it all started with Dell Computers. Dell came in and said, you know what, we're going to accept Bitcoin. Expedia started accepting Bitcoin for travel, Fiverr, Dish Network, Tiger Direct, Microsoft, ladies and gentlemen. I tell this story all the time because it still makes me laugh. I was in Houston, Texas, and I'm at a Bitcoin ATM. Yeah, there's Bitcoin ATMs. And I see a bunch of kids, and I asked them, hey, why are y'all standing in front of a Bitcoin ATM? And they said, well, we got to buy Bitcoin for the Xbox network. Microsoft owns the Xbox network. These kids can buy games, guys. They can buy weapons for their virtual games, not weapons like, their military weapons, but virtual weapons, skins. I mean, these kids were so excited about Bitcoin. I'm talking they were 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. So that should tell you something about the future of Bitcoin. They're already getting indoctrinated, right? They're going to think that bank accounts are so archaic in the future. It's going to be crazy. Twitch, PayPal, and then 2015, we started getting some big companies like FAMSA, Purse. But what I want you to realize, guys, is right now in 2017, if you go to an NBA basketball game, the Sacramento Kings will take Bitcoin for tickets, jerseys, beer, nachos, hot dogs, you name it. You can buy anything you want at a Kings game with Bitcoin. Many of you know who Tesla is. You can buy a Tesla with Bitcoin. Lamborghini, the bull, right? Everybody grows up with a Lamborghini, or at least a lot of men grew up with a Lamborghini poster in the rooms. I had one. And now, guess what? You can buy a Lambo with Bitcoin. For those of you that have Playboy subscriptions, I'm not going to judge you. Pastor Leonard said I should forgive you. So you can buy your Playboy subscription with Bitcoin. OkCupid, Virgin Atlantic, or Virgin Galactic. If you want to go into space, you can pay with Bitcoin. Subway, Philadelphia Brewing Company. You can buy beer with Bitcoin. City Wine, Munchies, that's pretty funny. Pizza for Coins, let's see, Outbounders.com, Manicam, Mega, Elite Mail, Baby Goodies, Mixed Teas. I mean, the list goes on and on and on, guys. In Japan, Bitcoin is an actual, you can use Bitcoin for the government in Japan said, you know what, we're going to make Bitcoin an actual payment solution. And there's about 260,000 stores that are accepting Bitcoin at this very moment in Japan and counting, guys. I mean, literally everybody in Japan is starting to take Bitcoin. South Korea, same way. You're starting to see Bitcoin being adopted massively all around. That's why I tell you, $3,600 right now in that market per Bitcoin on the coinmarketcap.com. That is cheap, cheap, cheap. All right. So what is Bitcoin crowdfunding? Because I get this question all the time. I can't remember if it was Sandy or Derek. They were telling me that people say that obviously Bitcoin's a Ponzi scheme, or they were getting into some questions that were speculative, but I said one thing. Let me ask you a quick question. How many of you know who GoFundMe is? Many of you probably have had a GoFundMe started, right? Many of us have had situations in our lives or family members that needed some help, right? So GoFundMe, it is similar to GoFundMe, but with Bitcoin, when we talk about Bitfundza, guys. Now GoFundMe is a crowdfunding platform that allows people in some, but not all countries, to raise money for events ranging from life events such as celebrations and graduations to challenging circumstances like accidents and illnesses. Now, Kickstarter, many of us know people own businesses, right? On Kickstarter, Bitcoin crowdfunding is similar to Kickstarter, but with Bitcoin. So Kickstarter is the world's largest funding platform for creative projects, a home for film, music, art, theater, games, comics, design, photography, and much, much more. Guys, between GoFundMe and Kickstarter, they raise billions. I'm talking like over $50 billion a year for people's projects, schooling, churches, you name it, but with fiat currency, right? And not everybody in all countries can use them. Now, when we talk about Bitfundza, now you have a new way to raise Bitcoin globally in 2017. Bitfundza is an online cryptocurrency education platform and peer-to-peer donation system built for the advancement of the global Bitcoin community, guys. All of you right now are going to be a massive ecosystem for years to come, for decades to come. And guess what? You're going to be educating people just like we're going to educate you, right? So Bitfundza will allow you to fund your dreams with Bitcoin for decades to come, guys. As long as you have a mobile device, and it doesn't even have to be a smartphone, and an internet connection, you literally can join Bitfundza from anywhere in the world. So now let's talk about how does Bitfundza work and how do you get started in 2017. So global citizens who want to participate with Bitfundza donate Bitcoin to each other through a 3x5 matrix, guys. So we decided to go with a 3x5 because it's very simple for people to win massively, right? We don't want to do 10x10s, 2x9s. Like, we wanted people to win, right? So we figured 3 is a lucky number, and it's easy for people just to share it with 3 people. In fact, I mean, if you think about it, there's 7.5 billion humans on planet Earth. If you can't find 3 people that are excited about Bitcoin, man, you need to check your pulse, because I get about 300, 400 calls a day. And you can ask Ray. Literally, I am on my phone from 4 or 5 in the morning till 2, 3 in the morning. Whatever time I wake up, fall asleep. I'm like a vampire. I don't sleep much, but I'm always talking about Bitcoin. So now this type of matrix puts a person, organization, or nonprofit at the top of a matrix that has 3 positions right under them. So you activate your Bitfundza cryptocurrency education package with look at this right here, 0.0035 Bitcoin, then get 3 people or organizations to activate on your link. You're going to get a personal link when you sign up with us and you send your first donation, guys. Again, so then get 3 people or organizations to activate on your link, your personal link, using your back office link, and receive 0.015 Bitcoin directly into your Bitcoin wallet. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we use blockchain.info wallets because they are massively amazing, more secure. They don't really care about know your client documentation. You know, they're in a ton of countries. And our API is very robust, and it connects to blockchain.info's site. So this is why we tell people, guys, use blockchain.info. You will not be disappointed by, and they continue to lead the pack when it comes to Bitcoin wallets, guys. It's a phenomenal wallet. It's a phenomenal app too. I would recommend that you download their app and make sure you have 2-factor authorization on it for security. Now let's talk about level 2, because I want everybody to understand that many of you are going to max out these matrices in days, some of you in weeks, some of you in months, but you're gonna absolutely smash this. So now level 2, activate your level 2 donation upline with 0.0075 Bitcoin and qualify to get 0.0075 Bitcoin level 2 activations from your 9 level 2 downlines totaling 0.0675 BTC. So remember, guys, level 1, let's say that you sponsored me, Ray, and Pastor Leonard, right? So because you shared this concept with us and we got excited about Bitcoin, we sent you 0.0035, right, direct to you. I sent it, Ray sent it, Pastor Leonard sent it. After that, the 4th person comes in, spills down to your team below them. If they don't have 3 people on their first level, I mean, literally, you can create spillover for your team. It's a beautiful thing, guys. After you filled in your first level, then you work with your people, help them. This Bitfundza project, guys, is about taking the eyes off yourself and helping others. Because the most powerful thing you can do is empower others. If you could realize that there's so many people out there that are super talented, but they just never been given a chance to really share that power with the world. Literally, guys, we were not meant to be put on this earth to just pay bills and die. We were meant to be put on this earth to make a difference, to help others, guys, to be a beacon of hope, a beacon of light. That's what you were meant to do, guys. So remember, you got 3 people direct to you, right? Level 2. Let's say that you brought me in, right? There's a cursor. Let's say you brought me in and I got excited because you were so excited. I want to get excited, right? So when I upgrade to level 2, right, I'm going to send 0.0075 not to my direct sponsor, which is you, but I'm going to send it 2 levels above you, okay? So I'm going to send 0.0075, 2 levels above you, to your sponsor because you are the one that sponsored me. But then that's going to activate my level 2 downlines, guys, and they're going to send me a total of 0.0675 BTC. Not bad, right? Because with that, guess what? With my profit, not out of my pocket, with my profit, I'm going to take 0.05 and upgrade to level 3. So let's go over here so I can read it out. Activate your level 3 donation upline with 0.05 BTC and qualify to get 0.05 BTC level 3 activations from your 27 level 3 downlines, right? Totaling 1.35 BTC. Now, guys, I don't know about you, but literally 1 Bitcoin right now is $3,600. Think about that. Some people don't even make $3,600 in a month. So that's pretty exciting. You're going to make 1.35 BTC as long as you go out and share this. Remember, guys, this is going to take a little bit of work, right? This is not you just sign up and you make a ton of money. We're not saying that you start with 0.035 and you're going to get to 1,000 Bitcoin. No, this is just like anything else, guys. If you want it and you're hungry and you want to change your life, it is here for you to do anything you want. Anything you want to change, you have the power to do that. So remember, guys, level 3, right? You were my direct sponsor. I sent you 0.035. When I upgraded level 2, I sent that 2 levels above me, so not you, but your sponsor, right? When I decide to go level 3, because I want to smash this program, I'm going to send 0.05, 3 levels above me, so not to you, right? So again, 3 levels above me, you're my level 1, your sponsor's my level 2, your sponsor's my level, or your sponsor's my level 3. So remember, it's going 1, 2, 3 levels above me. But when I do that, it's going to activate my level 3 downlines, and they're going to send me donations of 0.05 that's going to total 1.35 Bitcoin. You see, guys, the reason why we made the matrix logic this way is because we want to create teamwork up and downline. So upline and downline. We want so much teamwork that not just a few people are making Bitcoin, guys. Everybody's making Bitcoin with this matrix, right? Because everybody's working as one big family. It is time to stop thinking unilevel and start thinking like an ecosystem. You know what I mean? So let's talk about level 4, because this is where you really start making some crazy money. And I want y'all to pull out your calculators for this one, because once you see these numbers, you might not sleep tonight. You might not sleep all weekend. So level 4, you activate your level 4 donation upline with 1 BTC. BTC stands for Bitcoin, right, guys? That's a ticker symbol. And qualify to get 1 BTC level 4 activations from your 81 level 4 downlines totaling 81 BTC. So once again, remember, you're my direct sponsor. But I got so fired up because you put me on this webinar, and that Max guy sounds like he drank way too much coffee. So when I donate 1 BTC, and it's going to go 4 levels above me, right? You're my level 1. You're my sponsor. So that's going to go 4 levels above me. So not you, not your sponsor, not your sponsor's sponsor, but you know, 4 levels above me, right? I don't have to go sponsor. So anyway, when I do that, it's going to activate my level 4 downlines to donate to me 1 BTC. Now that's going to equal 81 Bitcoin, guys. Now pull out your calculator, because I just want to show you something. Right now, we talked about Bitcoin being at $3,600 a Bitcoin, guys. I want you just to put 10 and multiply that by 3,600. What is that? Somebody tell me. I'm not very good at math. 36,000? 10, right? I want you to put 50 Bitcoin times 3,600. What is that? Somebody's good with math. Ray's not good with math, so don't ask Ray. That's $180,000 right now. Let's say you maxed out level 4, guys. 81 times 3,600. What do you get? How many people's eyes are getting big right now? And again, remember, you are one of the first 3, 4, 500 people in this program. 81 times 3,600 is $291,600, guys. So think about that for a second. Per month, because you can build this residually. These are only 30-day cycles, guys, as far as donations. You can literally recharge your positions every 30 days and continue to build your residual Bitcoin month in, month out, month in, month out. It gets pretty exciting because if you think about $291,600 per month in residual, right, because you're smashing this because you want to change not just your life, but a bunch of other people's lives, multiply that by 12. $3,499,200 a year just from your level 4. Just level 4. I'm not even going to get into the numbers level 5 because some of you might not sleep for a year. But let's talk about how to qualify for level 5, right? So now you activate your level 5 donation upline with 4 BTC and qualify to get 4 BTC level 5 activations from your 243 level 5 downlines, totaling 972 BTC. Now, many of you have your calculators out, so you can calculate that, and that's what I'm telling you. You are in the right place at the right time. Again, same thing, right? Level 5 guys. That you're my sponsor, so you're my level 1. So that's going to go 5 levels above me, right? All the way up your upline. And when I do that, when I send 4 BTC 5 levels above me, guess what? My level 5 downlines are going to donate to me 4 BTC. And when I max that level out, guys, because many of you are going to max out multiple matrices, that's 972 Bitcoin. Now, let me put this in perspective, right? Because the total potential Bitcoin for expanding out all your levels, right, all 5, is 1,000. Look at this number down here. It's beautiful. 1,054.428 Bitcoin, guys. So let's say that it took you a month, 3 months, 6 months, a year, even 2 years. If you could raise 1,000 Bitcoin, that's pretty powerful, right? Because think about that. Bitcoin is going to continue to gain value for years to come, for decades to come. And you're seeing it here first, right? So let's say that you had maxed out all 5 levels, just as an example, right? You maxed out all of them in 30 days or 60 days or 90 days. So if you wanted to recharge your positions, right, because again, total activation and monthly recharge cost based on levels you are receiving activation amounts, 5.061 BTC. Now, guys, that doesn't mean that you're on level 1 and you have to pay 5 Bitcoin. This is only if you maxed out all 5 levels. So what I tell people, I always recommend, look, if you're making residual Bitcoin on level 1, 2, and 3, recharge it every month. That way you can get to level 4, right? But if you haven't maxed out these positions, I always tell people this. When people come into Bitcoin, they ask me the best strategy. I tell them, look, if you want to get to that level 4, because that's where you're going to really start creating generational wealth, right? I say come in as level 1, 2, and 3 if they can, right? If not, remember they can get there even just coming in with 0.0035 on level 1. Because the beauty of this is, guys, you get to tell the story first. The only reason I recommend going level 3 right away is because you're able to get to level 4 and 5 a lot faster. And you're building, literally, there's many people that are only on level 1 or level 2, and so many of those donations will pass up to you because the matrix is always looking for the next person that's qualified on that level. So that's just a strategy that I've used with other programs, and Ray and I are using that here with Bitfundza, and it's going to really help many people get those bigger donations faster. So, all right, guys, now that we've explained how you make money, it's pretty simple, right? Level 1 goes directly to your sponsor. Level 2, 2 levels above you. Level 3, 3 levels above you. Level 4, 4 levels above you. Level 5, 5 levels above you. And then you create teamwork up and down. It's a beautiful thing. So now get started with Bitfundza today, ladies and gentlemen. Get back with the person, organization, or nonprofit that shared this incredible project with you. We hope that your cause, organizations, or movement educate yourselves and win massively. Now, these when you're done with this presentation, guys, ask the person that invited you to share this presentation with you because they have it. We have some links up here where you can set up your Coinbase wallet and your blockchain wallet. So if you look at these links right here, guys, you can follow these links, and we have training for you. So literally, you can set up your Coinbase wallet and your blockchain wallet tonight. If you need to buy Bitcoin immediately because you don't want to wait, we even have a link for Coin Mama. And then if you want to buy Bitcoin locally, there's a lot of people around the world that sell Bitcoin locally. So we put buy instant Bitcoins. You can go to bit.ly/buy instant Bitcoins, and you can browse anywhere in the world, guys. We even have Bitcoin ATMs now. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. But ladies and gentlemen, I thank you very much because that right there is the presentation for Bitfundza. Now what I want to do is I want to get into a little bit of training, but let me just see if there's any questions before I do that. Dennis Gibson, life-changing level 4. Amen, brother. Let's see. Derek talking about he's so perfect. He likes bikinis. Okay, here comes Santa Claus. Jen Clark, that's pretty funny. So obviously, guys, many of you see the big vision, right? You see that Bitfundza is going to allow you to really change your life, but it's going to allow you to go out and share with the world. Everybody is hot for Bitcoin right now. So this is why you are in the right place at the right time. But what I want you to realize is there's other technologies that we're going to share with you starting tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to do a training, the first cryptocurrency training, because I want people to start getting very educated. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about a technology that's going to, in the next 5-10 years, guys, one thing that many of you on this webinar have right now, let me ask real quick. Let me just, somebody in the group, does anybody have kids? I just want to find out, how many kids do y'all have? Anybody have kids? In the future, I want to see pictures of your kids, right? Because I want to see, how we're impacting your kids as far as education, anything they want, right? Because they're your children. But let me just see how many of you have kids before I talk about SIA Coin, because you're gonna see something pretty powerful about SIA. Jen Clark, 5 and 8 grands. That's awesome. Kids are a blessing. Grandkids are more of a blessing, right? Earl Hall has 3. Reverend Sheila says yes. Reverend, does that mean you have like 3 kids, 10 kids? How many do you have? 2 daughters and 2 granddaughters. Hector James has 3 kids. That's awesome, guys. Kids are a blessing. I don't have kids. I have dogs, but I treat them like they're my kids. My mom has been asking me when I'm going to have kids, and I tell her, Mom, you have granddogs. Calm down, girl, right? Lisa Long has 1 son. Congratulations, Lisa. So, yeah, guys. And then Derek says, yes, 1 finishing last year, and nice, nice. So the reason why I'm asking you that is, and real quick, answer this. How many of y'all take pictures of your kids and your grandkids? How many of y'all take video now that many of you have the iPhone 10, right? The Galaxy S8000. How many of y'all like love taking pictures of your grandkids or your kids or video? You go to a wedding, right? Now we can actually like stream video. Isn't it great? We all do, right? Right, Reverend? Sheila, we all take pictures and we all have videos, but guess what? I will tell you one thing. The reason why we as a company are so big on SIA Coin is because it's a decentralized cloud storage environment. Now, it's your decentralized private cloud, and I want to welcome you to a new era of cloud storage on the blockchain. Now, we're going to talk about these technologies, guys, and right now, not many people know what they are. Not many people understand that these are going to provide massive value for years to come. Like, literally, many of you just on some of the information y'all get from these trainings are going to go out and hit massive financial grand slams, because you're going to see things, you're going to see trends before everybody else even has a clue what's going on. And the reason why I say that, guys, is because not many people understand what's coming. So about SIA Coin in 2017, their mission, the idea of SIA was originally conceived at Hack MIT 2013. What if you could liberate the unused storage space of the world and unite it into a worldwide free market for data? SIA leverages the capacity of blockchain technology to enable distributed networks to reach consensus in a secure and trustless way. Cryptographically secured smart contracts ensure the encryption and transfer of data with no possibility for third party to interfere in any way. Now, SIA is a new approach to cloud storage platforms. Instead of all data centers being owned and operated by a single company, kind of like Amazon right now, guys, SIA opens the floodgates and allows anyone to make money by renting out their hard drive. Data integrity is protected using redundancy and cryptography. Now, the promise of SIA is a decentralized network of data centers that, taken together, comprise or comprise the world's fastest, cheapest, and most secure cloud storage platform. Today, being a major cloud storage player requires having data centers, building trust within the market, reaching customers, and competing with giants such as Amazon, Google, and Microsoft, right? Breaking into this market is a multi-billion-dollar endeavor. The long-term goal of SIA is to be the backbone storage layer of the internet. We believe data should be free. We aim to liberate the unused bits of the world and construct the largest storage super server on the planet. Now, guys, you might be asking why we're so excited about this. I think I just kind of gave it away, right? Many of you need cloud storage. Many of you want to back up your pictures of your kids, of your dogs. I have dogs. I back up my dog's pics. I admit it. Video. Many of you have businesses. I own a technology company in India, so we use a lot of data storage. And Amazon, they charge us a pretty penny. And let me just give you a little more reasons why I'm so excited about SIA Coin. And seeing it this cheap for me is a beautiful thing. It's like I'm seeing. I tell people this: I missed out on buying Bitcoin at a penny, 5 cents, 10 cents. I mean, when I bought Bitcoin in 2012, 2013, I bought it at 60, 80, 100 bucks, which was still really cheap. But I would have loved to have bought it at a penny, 5 cents, 10 cents. We all would have, right? But why SIA? Completely private. SIA splits apart, encrypts, and distributes your files across a decentralized network. Since you hold the keys, you own your data. No outside company can access or control your files, unlike traditional cloud storage providers, like right now, right? Again, decentralized versus centralized. Decentralized will always win, ladies and gentlemen. How many of you have heard about Equifax getting hacked, right? Kmart, Home Depot, banks, the government, the Pentagon. Guys, that's why central models, they just are not very good with security. This is why you need decentralization. Now, it's far more affordable. And remember, I use a lot of cloud storage with my tech company in India. But SIA's decentralized cloud is on average 10 times less expensive than current cloud storage providers. Storing 1 terabyte of SIA costs about $2 per month. Let me make sure. Yeah, I got it right. $2 per month compared with $23 on Amazon S3. Guys, let me ask you a question. If I told you that you were going to use cloud storage in the future, no matter what, right? If you owned a business, if you had a ton of files you need to upload, pictures, wouldn't you rather pay $2 and it's more secure because it's decentralized, or would you rather pay $23 per terabyte and it's centralized? Somebody hacks it, they see all your pictures. I was talking to some of my friends and I said, some of you have some pictures that should not be on the internet. This is why you shouldn't have it on a centralized platform. It's highly redundant. SIA stores tiny pieces of your files on dozens of nodes across the globe. This eliminates any single point of failure and ensures the highest possible uptime on par with other cloud storage providers. It's open source, guys. This is beautiful. SIA is completely open source. Over a dozen individuals have contributed to SIA's software, and there's an active community building innovative applications on top of the SIA API. In fact, one of my companies that we're about to take to ICO, we are going to build platforms on SIA's API. Again, this is why I'm telling you, we are super excited about this. It's built on blockchain. Using the SIA blockchain, SIA creates a decentralized storage marketplace in which hosts compete for your business. This leads to the lowest possible prices. Renters pay using SIA Coin. This is beautiful, which also can be mined and traded. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is why we are so excited about this technology, because it's going to allow everyday people to have massive value. Because remember, many of us use this cloud storage mechanism already, right? It's just that we are paying a lot more through companies like Amazon. And let me show you something that's pretty powerful. I'm going to show you the roadmap, because obviously, just like you read, they've been around since 2013, right? So being around since 2013 has allowed them to obviously get a lot of things right. And their roadmap is pretty powerful, because if we look at, I just want to show you 2015, 2016, the releases of the versions. But then right now in 2017, right, we're starting to see a lot more. They went in July 2017, they released Capricorn. In April, Blue Moon. And these are just versions of SIA, right, guys? Andromeda. But look at this. 2017, ability to repair files without having the file locally. Initial blockchain sync time reduced. Render to begin pruning, replacing low quality hosts, resulting in more reliable files and faster speeds. transaction propagation. Let me just show you a little about the future, because I want you to see. I mean, guys, you're seeing this. Again, you're getting to see a lot of stuff that we see and we put our money into. And because we're, like I tell people, Ray and I are making a ton of money getting in on these technologies early. We want everybody to benefit from our knowledge. November 2017, next release. Simple file sharing. Share files with other SIA users. So all of us, many of us that will be on the SIA platform, we'll be able to share pictures, videos, files, you name it. Form.file contracts in 5 minutes instead of 60 minutes. Enable the wallet to unlock its startup without user intervention. Advanced, less secure. Feature primarily for hosts. Support for partial downloads. Download only a fragment of the file and download fragments in any user chosen order. Next 6 months, guys, video streaming. Again, think about this. Right now you have the capability to get it before video streaming comes out, right? And people are uploading massive amounts of video files. But think about it. If they're gonna use video streaming on SIA's platform, don't you think many more people are gonna come over here because it's way cheaper and it's decentralized? I mean, literally, guys, if you don't get that point right there, you're gonna start seeing this before the video streaming occurs. After video streaming, obviously the price point will start jumping up. So right now, when you look at the price point, it's less than a penny, way less than a penny. Proper support for tiny files, automatic host pricing, ability to set price versus performance. Next 18 months, file sharing. Share files with users who are not on SIA. That is pretty damn powerful. Support for mobile wallets and other like clients. Ability to recover your files using only your wallet seed. Wow. Seed-based file recovery. Again, guys, you're seeing a technology that's going to be around for decades. And let me show you what the price of SIA is right now. Because when you look at this, you're going to be like, what? Okay, let's go down. Let's find Mr. SIA or Miss SIA, because you never know. There it is. SIA coin. $114 million market cap. 0.003878, ladies and gentlemen. Right here is the penny, right? So it's basically almost 4/10 of a penny. They've got today there was $2 million worth of trading volume. So you tell me, you know, obviously now seeing the roadmap, right? Don't you think that this is something that people are going to be using, cloud storage, for decades to come? But don't you think people want a more secure, a cheaper, and a more efficient way to store their files? I do. But I don't want to be the only one that benefits massively from seeing technology like this, guys. This is why I share our knowledge. In the future, we'll show you more technical analysis, but you'll get the background. You'll find out why we're big on not just, you know, the value proposition of the technology, but the social media footprint, right? How the developers interact with their ecosystem. Because, guys, they've got so many phenomenal developers, and they are very good about educating their member base. This is one of the reasons why we really like SIA Coin over other cloud storage companies out there. But, guys, this is part of the training that you get, and ultimately we even have collaterals that you can use. If you look at this, this is a collateral that you can literally send this out to anybody. You can put your, let me see at the very bottom, right there. You can put your link there, your phone number. I mean, literally, guys, we are trying to make sure that you treat this like a business so that you can go out and hit a massive financial grand slam. So as you can see, guys, there's a lot of benefit to Bitfundza, but it all starts with you. You heard a phenomenal story of a man named Pastor Leonard today, a man that has so much love in his heart that he forgave a man that burned down his church. And my whole goal for the rest of 2017 is to make sure that people realize that men like Pastor Leonard deserve everything, right? Because they're the ones that no matter what happens, they always believe in the higher power, our Lord, right? And for some odd reason, I tell people this all the time. When you're ready, right? When you're ready mentally, physically, spiritually, the Lord will open doors for you that would have never opened up by themselves, right? It's almost like divine intervention. He puts people in your lives at the time when they need you, or the other way around. And this is what Bitfundza is, guys. Bitfundza is a platform that's going to allow you to help so many people, guys. And you're seeing it first before hundreds of millions of people. So what I advise you guys is I advise you get back with the person that invited you today. Make sure you register. Make sure you set up your wallets. Go and set up your Coinbase wallet and your blockchain.info wallet. and get started today. There is no tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow is not promised. That's why they call it the present, right? Because today really is a present. It is. And you were not meant to be put on this earth to just pay bills and die, guys. When you have a burning passion to help people's guys, like when I tell people this, and I'll end with this because I know that we've been on here for a while, but I just want to give you the massive impact of what we're going to do over the next couple of years, guys. You know, when somebody has so much desire, it can change not just countries. It can put a man on the moon. It can break the 4-minute mile. Literally, it can conquer anything, right? When you're passionate about something, guys, it doesn't matter what's in your way. It doesn't matter how much sleep you have to get. It doesn't matter how many people tell you no. That burning passion to help others. Because at the end of the day, if you're just trying to help yourself, you're never going to understand what we're trying to do here. That burning passion to help others will allow you to change your life forever. And it does not matter. I don't care if you graduated from Yale or jail. We'll take everybody. We will help everybody. It does not matter what your skill set is. I don't care if you're a CEO or if you literally you're in retirement right now. I don't care. We're going to help everybody win in 2017 and beyond. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Max Garza III. Thank you very much for spending some quality time with us tonight. We hope that this presentation allowed you to see the bigger vision, and we hope that you get started with Bitfundza tonight. And we will see you again tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll do a presentation about 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'll put a link in all the groups, Ray and James and Pastor Leonard, everybody help me get that message out. Tomorrow we're going to max out our training 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, guys. And I thank you very much. God bless. And this webinar is now adjourned. We'll see you tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen.